In one Suits season, lawyer Harvey Specter earns a promotion to senior partner at Pearson Hardman but faces a condition. Firm policy requires him to hire a Harvard Law graduate as his associate. And after interviewing candidates, he finds none appealing, while Mike Ross, a once aspiring lawyer with a photographic memory who was expelled from college, now illegally takes the LSAT for others to fund his grandmother's nursing home bills. Mike takes a job from Trevor, the same man who got him expelled from college, simply requiring him to deliver a suitcase of drugs to one of Trevor's buyers. But the deal is a police sting, forcing Mike to flee, where he unintentionally meets a frantic Harvey, who, struck by Mike's photographic memory and deep grasp of the law, illegally hires him on the spot. Mike hides his lack of a law degree from his bosses while working at Pearson Hardman, where the team includes senior partner Jessica Pearson, paralegal Rachel Zane, rival lawyer Louis Litt, and Harvey's loyal secretary Donna. Though Harvey knows the truth, and as they handle cases together, Louis grows suspicious and digs into Mike's past to find weaknesses to use against Harvey. Louis's attempts to expose Mike, even by pushing him into a drug test, keep failing, while Mike grows romantically interested in his new co-worker Rachel, though she insists they stay just friends. Meanwhile, after Trevor's girlfriend Jenny uncovers his drug operation, she dumps him. In Suits Season 2, Mike starts secretly dating Jenny while also helping Rachel prepare for the ELAT. But after they kiss, he ends things with Rachel to stay loyal to Jenny. Later, when Trevor returns, he finds a voicemail from Rachel confessing her love for Mike despite his relationship with Jenny, and heartbroken by both his ex and best friend's betrayal, Trevor tells Jessica that Mike never earned a law degree, prompting Jessica, furious over the deception, to order Harvey to fire. Harvey plots to keep Mike's job by blackmailing Daniel Hardman, who was forced out of Pearson Hardman 5 years earlier after Harvey and Jessica exposed his affair while his wife was dying. Now that Daniel, widowed, seeks to reclaim his role. But despite Harvey's threat to block his return in exchange for Jessica hiding Mike's lack of a law license, Daniel still regains co-control of the firm. Harvey, though furious, can now threaten to reveal Mike's lack of a law degree to Daniel, forcing Jessica to help him conceal Mike's secret. While at Pearson Hardman, Daniel, unsatisfied with sharing power, starts plotting to remove Jessica and take sole control, teaming up with a rival firm to sue Pearson Hardman for fraud and frame Harvey. But his secretary Donna destroys the planted evidence to protect him. Soon the whole firm uncovers Donna's actions, sparking a huge scandal that forces Harvey to dismiss his devoted secretary, while the lawsuit and upheaval let Daniel sway enough partners to replace Jessica as the firm's sole managing partner. But his triumph fades quickly when Harvey uncovers the fraud behind Daniel's fake evidence, exposes his deception to the partners, and secures Jessica's return, Donna's rehiring, and Daniel's permanent removal. While elsewhere, Jenny learns of Mike's kiss with Rachel and ends their relationship just as Mike and Rachel start dating, though Mike soon feels guilty over hiding his secret, and after Harvey and Donna warn him that Rachel finding out risks not only their jobs but prison time, he reluctantly breaks up with her. Harvey fiercely opposes merging with the British company Darby International, and, to prove his firm's superiority, pits Mike against Darby in a string of lawsuits, only for Harvey to discover that Darby's lead counsel is his ex-girlfriend, Dana Scott, so he strikes a deal with Jessica if Mike wins the cases. In Season 3 of Suits, Pearson Hardman stays independent if Scotty wins, making Harvey a named partner, though this clashes with Jessica's merger plans. Jessica threatens to expose Mike's secret unless he loses the cases, ensuring Scotty's victory, and Pearson merges with Darby to become Pearson Darby, leaving Harvey furious. When Harvey tries to fire Mike, Jessica stops him, and Mike, upset after their fight, confides in Rachel, who is also distressed after failing to get into Harvard Law. By the season's end, Mike reveals his secret to Rachel, and the two sleep together, while Harvey remains at the firm. Frustrated by the firm's merger and blaming both Jessica and Mike for their roles, Darby gives Harvey a new case defending oil executive Ava Hessington in a trial against the U.S. government after she violated multiple environmental laws, including bribbing officials to secure pipeline approvals. And since Ava's father was Darby's former lover, Harvey uses that personal connection as leverage. Darby will remove Jessica from the newly merged Pearson Derby, replace her with Harvey as managing partner, and have Harvey start working closely with his ex, Scotty, on a case while rekindling their past romance. Meanwhile, Edward Darby's aide, Stephen Huntley, arrives from London to assist and quickly pursues Donna. Built on deception, fuels Rachel's resentment as she urges him to quit to hide his secret. The couple eventually reconcile despite their uncertainty about advancing their relationship. Rachel teams up with Donna to help Harvey and Mike reconcile, while Cameron Dennis persuades Harvey to accept a plea deal for Ava Hessington, paying a large fine for bribing officials but avoiding jail time, only for Cameron to exploit this as a loophole to charge Ava with the murders of pipeline protesters. Ava then admits to Harvey and Mike that she bribed Colonel Marga solely to ensure safe pipeline construction. But Mike crafts a plan to have Ava legally pay off Cameron's witnesses by letting them sue her. And amid the chaos, billionaire Tony Giannopoulos attempts a hostile takeover of Hessington Oil, prompting Jessica and Lewis, eager to keep the company as a client, to orchestrate Ava's removal as CEO and block. Harvey and Jessica reluctantly agree in the murder case that Tony will purchase Hessington Oil, but reinstate AA as CEO for his cooperation and alleged loyalty, while Jessica makes Harvey a named partner, renaming the firm Pearson Derby Spector, and Cameron then uncovers that Colonel Mara will testify against Ava, alleging she directly paid him to kill the protesters, prompting a search for evidence. Mike and Donna uncovered that Darby's top assistant, Stephen, not Darby himself, had secretly hired his former rugby teammate, Marga, to arrange the murders Ava was falsely accused of, after she had turned to Darby for help with her pipeline. And Darby later admits to Harvey and Jessica that he learned of Stephen's role, but hid it, agreeing to testify against Stephen, who is then charged with murder, while Ava's case is dismissed and Darby is disbarred as the American law firm dissolves and reforms from Pearson Derby Spector to Pearson Spector. Harvey confesses his love for Donna, persuading her to leave Darby and join the new firm, while Louis starts dating Harvard employee Sheila, which later leads him to accidentally uncover that Mike never earned a Harvard law degree. Meanwhile, Donna helps Mike misdirect Louis's investigation into his background. After winning a major case, though Mike gets no public credit due to the firm hiding his lack of credentials, until the Hessington witness bribery scheme is exposed, drawing U.S. Attorney Eric Woodall's attention, who pressures Mike to betray Harvey. In Suits Season 4, after Scotty uncovers the bribery scheme and quits Pearson Spector reluctantly, Harvey, regretting his deception, admits to her that Mike was never a real lawyer and that he had helped hide the truth, while Mike, pushed by the fallout, leaves the firm for an investment banking job he's actually qualified for, only to clash with his new profit-driven boss, Jonathan Sidwell, over Mike's insistence on helping a client. Walter Gillis, a Sidwell Group client, tries to secure funds to regain control of his company and avoid being ousted, while Pearson Spector approaches Harvey about another client, Logan Sanders, who wants to launch a hostile takeover of Gillis Industries, putting former friends and partners, Harvey and Mike, on opposing sides. Meanwhile, Mike's girlfriend Rachel, Now Harvey's part-time associate reignites a past affair with the married Logan, even sharing a kiss, which Mike discovers and one done. Pressed responds to by ending their relationship. Eric's boss, Woodall, sends SEC investigator Jeff Malone, who is secretly dating Jessica, to probe the firm. But instead of uncovering fraud, Malone schemes his way into a senior partner role at Pierce & Inspector, and now helps them dodge the SEC's scrutiny, prompting the appointment of a new prosecutor, Sean Cahill, to save Gillis Industries. By exposing its secrets, Mike strikes a deal with Harvey's old rival, Charles Forsman, to gain a controlling stake, despite Harvey's opposition, on the condition that Walter Gillis stays in charge and Jonathan Sidwell gets no profits. Meanwhile, Harvey and Jessica secretly buy Gillis shares with their own money for Logan to purchase later. But when Cahill examines their finances, they must keep the shares to avoid SEC suspicion. And though Lewis tries to fix the situation by reversing the sale, it ultimately lets Forsman complete his purchase. When the SEC questions Logan about his deals with Perce Spector, Harvey's board grows skeptical of his leadership and the legitimacy of the Gillis Industries takeover, so Logan agrees to abandon the bid and strike a deal with Mike, only for Mike to sabotage it out of spite over Logan's aggressive pursuit of Rachel. Desperate to mend his relationship with Harvey, Lewis manipulates Forsman into betraying Mike by selling his Gillis shares to Logan, earning Harvey's approval, but then demands to illegally funnel the profits through the Cayman Islands to dodge taxes. Lewis reluctantly complies to avoid disappointing Harvey, though Forsman offers Mike a job as a reward for Lewis's role in salvaging the deal. Jessica, unwilling to let Mike work for the untrustworthy Forsman and risk exposing Lewis's part in the tax evasion, instead rehires Mike at Pierce & Spector. But as Cahill's investigation presses on, he fixates on Mike's alleged illegal collusion with Harvey in the Adris Gillis takeover, so Lewis confesses his own role in Forsman's tax evasion to Woodall, hoping to satisfy the SEC's demand for Pierce & Spector's secrets, only for Woodall to dismiss it and push Cahill to keep digging, leaving the firm with no resolution. Forsman had exploited his wealth and influence to install Woodall as SEC chief to serve his interests, which the firm reveals to the ethical Kill, who then abandons charges against Pierce & Spector to target Woodall instead. Lewis quits the firm over his misconduct, but later leverages his proof that Mike never attended Harvard to blackmail Jessica into naming him partner, renaming the firm Pierce & Spector Lit, only Purcell to admit he found no evidence of Forsman bribing Woodall years earlier, when Forsman had manipulated Harvey into insider trading before framing Harvey's brother Mike. In Season 5 of Suits, Wire tricks Forsman into confessing past crimes, leading Cahill to arrest him elsewhere, while Malone grows suspicious of Jessica hiding something but breaks up with her and quits the firm before she can reveal Mike's secret. Meanwhile, Mike forgives Rachel for kissing Logan. They reconcile and get engaged, and as the season ends, Harvey tells Donna he loves her, but fearing it will ruin their friendship and partnership, retracts it, lying that he only said it to tease her, prompting Donna to admit her love too before quitting, since being near him is too painful, and she instead becomes Louise's secretary, leaving Harvey struggling without her support. While receiving therapy from Dr. Mokhtar, Paula Abd, he also sleeps with Lewis's sister Esther, sparking a huge fight between the two partners. Meanwhile, Mike tries to connect with Rachel's father, lawyer Robert Zane, who initially doubts his future son-in-law, but eventually respects Mike after seeing his legal expertise and photographic memory help win a case together. While back at the firm, senior partner Jack Soloff, leading the compensation committee, reveals Harvey's salary to the other partners, who then vote to cut his pay, and begins targeting the talented Mike to advance his own standing. Jessica, though worried that promoting Mike to junior partner could expose his lack of a law degree and endanger the firm, finally gives in to Jack's pressure and names Mike junior partner, only for Jack to reveal he's working with Daniel Hardman, who again tries to reclaim the firm by offering a billion-dollar client to sway the partners. But Harvey thwarts this by striking a deal with the imprisoned Charles Forstmann, forcing Harvey to resign, while Mike also quits to avoid perpetuating his deception. Unfortunately, Mike's lie is exposed, risking his fiancée Rachel's safety, and he's arrested, forcing him to stand trial under U.S. Attorney Anita Gibbs, while Lewis soon discovers that Mike's ex, Sheila, tipped off the authorities about his crimes after reading an article announcing his promotion to junior partner. After verifying Harvard's records and confirming Lewis was never enrolled, Mike's case improves when Sheila is persuaded to leave the country and avoid testifying, while Mike pressures Hardman and Soloff by threatening to expose their roles in the firm's cover-up of his fraudulent legal career unless Harvey is reinstated, forcing them to comply, so Harvey can return, with Donna resuming her role as his secretary, despite his objections, though urged by the ruthless Gibbs to accept a plea deal. Mike insists on defending himself, ultimately agreeing to a 2-year prison sentence to shield the firm from further legal consequences. But as he prepares to surrender, Rachel demands an impromptu wedding, which he declines. In Season 6 of Suits, while serving his sentence, Mike's fraud triggers a $100 million class action lawsuit against Perce Spector Litt for every case he illegally handled. And Rachel, whom he wanted free to live her life, faces fallout as Robert Zane, furious at the firm for endangering his daughter's personal and professional reputation by enabling Mike's deception, retaliates by, with only Jessica Harvey and Louis left as his partners, the three must put aside their conflicts to save their firm, assisted by loyal employees, Donna and Rachel, while Pewson Spector Litt starts renting out part of their office to an investment company. Harvey lands new clients to clear the firm's debts, and once stable, Jessica takes on Rachel's pro bono case to free an innocent man on death row, reigniting her passion for law and prompting her to leave Pewson Spector Litt and New York to return to Chicago for meaningful change. While in prison, Mike faces Frank Gallo, a criminal Harvey had jailed 15 years earlier, who now seeks revenge against Harvey. After threatening Rachel and assaulting Mike, causing Mike's cellmate Kevin to get stabbed, Frank refuses to stop, so Harvey asks Sean Cahill to move Mike for safety, but Cahill admits Frank is a federal informant and can't be transferred. Instead, Cahill offers to help Mike win early release if he gets information from Kevin, who is serving time for drunk driving after rejecting a police deal to testify against his father-in-law for insider trading to avoid implicating his wife. Persuades Kevin's wife to betray her corrupt father. Cahill then agrees to free Mike from prison, and once released, Mike reunites with his fiancée Rachel and takes a job overseeing the untrained staff at a failing legal clinic. But when Rachel is denied by the New York bar over her relationship with Mike, Harvey strikes a deal with board member Craig Seidel to sabotage Seidel's business rival, Velocity, in return for bar approval for both Rachel and Mike, as Harvey and Mike work to dismantle Velocity. Lewis struggles to keep their own firm afloat, with help from his devoted associate, Katrina. In Suits Season 7, while the board, led by Ada Anita Gibbs, tries to undermine Mike's career, Jessica returns to New York to deliver a passionate speech backing him and accepts full blame for any ethical or legal fallout from his actions. Though disbarred in New York, she gladly moves back to Chicago, allowing Mike to finally qualify as a lawyer and practice legally at Pierce and Spector. Meanwhile, Harvey and Louis struggle to replace Jessica's leadership, but after Donna demands recognition for her contributions, Harvey names her chief operating officer, and recruits his former colleague Alex Williams as a senior partner, bringing in many of his high-value clients. Mike keeps working pro bono at the legal clinic, taking on a wrongful death case involving a prisoner, only to face a conflict when the prison reform group running the facility turns out to be Alex's client. When the case exposes the conflict of interest to the judge and gets dismissed, Mike is inspired to target Reform Corp itself, which illegally uses inmates as its entire workforce. While years earlier, after both Alex and Harvey were passed over for promotion in favor of Lewis, Harvey had agreed to join Alex at rival firm Bratton Gold, only for Jessica to promote Harvey and persuade him to stay, leaving Alex bound by contract to work at the shady firm. Tommy Bratton assigned Alex only unwinnable cases for years, until ordering him to secure a waiver for a construction firm tied to Reform. When Alex obeyed, he uncovered a hidden labor racket, exposed only after a guard and inmate were killed, to bury the crime. But Bratton framed him to silence the threat, meaning if Mike pursues Reform further, Mike teams up with Harvey to clear Alex, while Robert Zane takes over the Reform case, securing Frank Gallo's testimony against Reform's leader, Roger Shapiro. Though Gallo is later murdered, Robert then reveals Gallo had recorded a confession before dying, proving Reform's guilt, which forces Roger to settle for victims and expose Bratton's role, finally clearing Alex of all charges, prompting Pierce Spector's former senior partners to take notice. While when Jessica left Stanley Gordon's firm with a massive buyout, his bitter ex-partners schemed to force Harvey and Louis out. But Mike persuaded Robert to merge his firm with theirs, forming Zane Spector Lit, and blocked Gordon's takeover. Meanwhile, Louis reconnected with his ex-girlfriend Sheila, now in New York after leaving Harvard for a job at Columbia, while Harvey dated his former therapist Dr. Tarm, Paula Agard, until she demanded he choose between her and Donna, leading him to end things since Donna always came first. As the season wrapped, Mike and Rachel married before their loved ones. Then Mike told Harvey they were moving to Seattle to launch a legal clinic for Harvey and Robert continually clash because each wants to give the next name partner promotion to their own protege. Harvey backs Alex, while Robert supports his surrogate daughter and ruthless partner, Samantha Wheeler. And as Harvey fights with Robert and Alex battles Samantha, the firm's dysfunction threatens to destroy it entirely, just as Tommy Bratton sues, alleging the firm bribed Frank Gallo to fake evidence in the Reform case. To save everyone and reunite the firm, Donna arranges for Lewis to take over as managing partner and promotes both Alex and Samantha, renaming it Zane Spector Lit Wheeler Williams. Meanwhile, Lewis and Sheila learn they're pregnant. Harvey lashes out at Lewis but soon realizes in therapy that his anger stems from fear. Lewis gains another friend who, like Jessica, Mike, and Rachel, abandons him to begin a new life, while his loyal ex-associate Katrina is promoted to senior partner and falls for her new colleague Brian, who, already married, quits the firm to avoid an affair. Meanwhile, Donna attempts to move on from Harvey by dating Alex's client Thomas Clure. But Harvey's client Simon Lowe tricks Thomas into a fake deal meant to lure better offers. And when Harvey exposes the plot to Donna, she breaks his trust by warning Thomas, who then backs out, leaving Lowe enraged and suing Harvey for breach of attorney-client privilege. In the legal fight, Harvey's opponent chose none other than Daniel Hardman, who not only aims to win for his client, but also seeks to ruin Harvey and get him disbarred. So, to protect Harvey and the firm, Robert admits to leaking confidential details and is disbarred himself. A sacrifice tied to his past. Years earlier, after Samantha was attacked by a mugger, Robert faked evidence to ensure the assailant's arrest, only for the mugger to be killed in jail, leaving Robert burdened by guilt ever since. As Samantha tells Harvey about the unconditional love from her mentor Robert, Harvey's conscience is finally clear, and he recognizes his own deep love for Donna. So, by the season's end, he rushes to her, and the two share a kiss in Suits Season 9. Spectre lit Wheeler Williams to remove Robert. After Samantha, who refused to take over the firm to honor her mentor's sacrifice, is fired by the Bar Association's appointed overseer, Faye Richardson, for her aggressive but ethically questionable tactics, Faye seizes control as managing partner, brands Harvey and Donna's relationship a conflict of interest, and forces Donna to either end things with Harvey or lose her board vote. The firm then rallies to oust Faye, with Harvey and Lewis uncovering that, during her divorce, she reported her ex-husband, a lawyer, to the bar for overbilling clients, but secretly struck a deal to drop charges, letting him keep the stolen funds. Then admits to Harvey she did it only to shield their daughter from having a convicted felon as a father, though Donna still demands Harvey defeat Faye without sinking to her level. Harvey returns to New York City to support his friends and ex-colleagues by representing Samantha in her wrongful termination suit against Faye, forcing Harvey and Louis to defend her, offering to leave the firm if they help and win, but threatening to dismantle it from within if they break their secret agreement. When Katrina tries to assist Samantha and Mike, Faye fires her too. Harvey, Samantha, and Mike stage a loud argument in the office as a distraction to swap documents and trick Faye into signing a witness tampering confession. Though Faye initially refuses to back down, Harvey privately negotiates her resignation in exchange for his own, freeing the firm so Louis and Alex can rehire Samantha and Katrina, with Louis later promoting Katrina to named partner, finalizing the firm's name as Lit Wheeler Williams Bennett. At the series end, as everyone gathers for Louis and Sheila's wedding, Sheila goes in. Mike and Rachel use their cunning to help